Hello. It has been a while because I've been really wanting to have a new background for these videos, and I also got a microphone so you guys can hear me, because naturally I speak at a really low tone. So I'm hoping that I can still speak the same way, get my point across, and you guys can actually hear me well. So this microphone was a great affordable investment. Audio is everything. So the topic today that I've been thinking so much about recently is how my communication with men has changed the approach that I take when communicating with men. And this has really elevated my relationship that I have with them. So let me give a scenario. So you're upset about anything. You're cranky. Cranky is a good word. And naturally, I think all women, we like to let it out, and we like to emotionally connect with others about it, kind of like complaining about it, talking it through, and we feel better afterwards. It's kind of like how we bond with one another. So you want to naturally, because as women, we think, oh, I emotionally connect with my boyfriend and I can go to him for anything. But more so when it comes to this specifically, I would say that men don't agree with that. So naturally, even me too, I was upset about something and want to go complain about it to my boyfriend. And then whenever I would do this, I was never satisfied because he didn't give me the reaction that I wanted, or he didn't give me the support that I needed. And this is actually very normal for men because they aren't very capable, because men don't dopamine bond the same way that women do. They vasopressin bond. So when they hear all of your problems, what they're thinking is, okay, what solution can I offer her? Oh my gosh, my damsel is in distress. I need to save her. I need to get her out of this situation. And you should, and the thing is that we as women should, in a romantic sense, we should absolutely let our men do this for us. But also, we recognize the need that we need emotional support. So what I've started doing, I noticed that men vasopressin bond, or they care about me, and so they want to bond with me that way, but that isn't working for me. So I have to go to a female first to mentally heal with her, because we bond the same way, and she gives me the support. She gives me the kind of support that I need. So to fix the problem, my point is that when you have so much to complain about, try going to your girlfriends first about it, because they're way more likely to just listen to you better and to give you the response and the support that you're wanting without you even having to fight for it. And then after she has healed you mentally, then you have a clear head. You've already gotten some of your support, and then you can go to your man about it, your boyfriend, your husband. And then you can have a clearer mind, and you can be more open to a solution that he is going to offer to you, or he's going to want to give to you, because he wants to see you happy, and in his mind, a solution is what he needs to offer you. So the trend is, if I hadn't already explained it with the vasopressin bonding, so if you perhaps never go to a female first about anything, you always go to your boyfriend, and you're always disappointed with the reaction or the support that he gives you, first of all, that is very damaging to your relationship, and it's also nothing to complain about, because it's completely organic and natural for men to offer this type of solution to you. I recognize that. So anyway, if you ignore the fact, ignore the bonding, ignore the preferable bonding types in our brains, men and women, ignore that, you go to him anyways first. The pattern that I notice, and I've been guilty of too, live and learn, if you always go to your man first, you don't accept the type of vasopressin support, he thinks in return that you're bitchy, you're a negative Nancy, you're no fun, blah, 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 and that you put down his every effort, and he feels defeated, like he is no hero to you of any kind. And then in turn, he's upset with you when none of the problems even had anything to do with him. I see this happen like all the time, and then you're in a bad mood and he's in a bad mood, and it didn't have to be that way. It's just misunderstanding. That's why I see so much like on social media where people are like, where they talk with their partners like first about everything, and they have to say beforehand, do you want support or do you want like a solution? And it's because of this difference in bonding types, difference in dopamine or vasopressin. So, and all in all, the pattern is that he thinks you're bitchy, he can't help you, and so he knows that he can't help you because he's been defeated. He's bitter about that. Maybe he holds resentment to you about that, and he just stops even listening because he can't help you. Like, you don't allow that. If you talk to a female first, I think you'd be way more open to allow that. And I think like we don't realize how much like hurt or how hurtful we can be to our boyfriends. So I wanted to point this out too, like usually like I always do, about the role thing. Roles, recognizing roles, knowing the roles that others have in your life, and not like tinkering with that. So I don't think we should think of our boyfriends as our girlfriends. Like, oh, my boyfriend needs to be like emotionally supportive, or he needs to offer me this, or he needs to be able to read my mind because he's so intuitive. When really he's not. He has other strengths that you're not even recognizing. You're not even giving the time. You're not even giving a chance. You're not appreciative of that possibility of the strengths that he may have. So don't think of him as your girlfriend. His communication style, his support style is not going to be the same as your girlfriend, and that's fine because he has other things to offer you. So find a good girlfriend to talk to. Find like a girlfriend that is emotionally supportive, and give her that role. Allow her to fill that role, and don't put so much pressure on him because it doesn't work out and resentment happens. So I've covered, let's see. So maybe to kind of like wrap this up, so we know, like, if you are perhaps, maybe you don't have a girlfriend to go to, and that's very maybe possible, that it's hard to find like a good girlfriend to go to, which you also, I should say, work on that. It should be very important that you have good girlfriends in your life and not just your boyfriend roles. So if you must, how to correctly approach a man about an issue in your life, how to do this like in a feminine way. First, there's the sandwich method. The sandwich method is compliment, request, compliment. So maybe a good example of this is like bring up communication. So it's kind of like, oh, the sandwich is compliment. So first compliment, I love when we talk to you. I love when we talk to each other. I love how we communicate. I love talking to you. I wish that you were a better listener, because then I would feel loved by you more, like after our conversation. I feel like I totally came up with that on a whim, but I think you kind of get it. It's kind of like bringing up an issue as softly and as gently as possible. Compliment, issue, compliment. To really like think of their ego as something so fragile, because it is. And you as a woman have so much power over that, so much power over the ego. Like, you are his source of confidence, just being who you are and being what you can offer. So like, recognize that. sandwich method always, because I think of their egos as fragile. Give him a clear solution. Like, don't play mind games and don't have him guess perhaps what the solution is. Make it clear. Say, I want you to put down your phone when you're listening to me, so he isn't as distracted. And because you gave him a solution, instead of having him guess what the solution is, the problem doesn't become a source of stress for him. It becomes an obstacle for him. It becomes something that he can easily accomplish, and he feels better about himself, and he feels better when it comes to dealing with problems that you bring up. It's kind of like playing like a game. Like, they think that they've done it all themselves, but really you make it easy for them. That's the whole trick. And most important, and this should be so easy, but no yelling, no nagging, always like a calm, feminine energy. Like, let him be the man and let him get aggressive. That's not your job. So, but yeah, I've been really thinking about this, and I've really practiced this and just noticed how much it has changed my relationships with men. Just really, especially dating, because I think dating, it's so easy to go to your boyfriend because, oh, he thinks so highly of you and he loves you so much and it feels good to connect with him. But just try it, especially if you feel bitchy, and especially if you feel like that really nasty, negative ticked off. Bring it to a girl first. Bring it to your girl. Talk about it with your girl, and then you can be in that feminine energy once again to then talk about it with your boyfriend. It has worked wonders for me. I've missed doing this so much. I really like, so the purple lighting that I'm in, I really think I'm gonna commit to this backdrop, because the backdrop is really what I've been after, something to brand, and this is perfect. So thank you guys so much as always for watching. The moon is beautiful. It's like a gibbous. No, yeah, it's a gibbous tonight. I think it's waning. It's a waning gibbous. Anyway, stop my talk. I'm gonna go to bed soon. Thank you. Let me know if you like the backdrop and like the kind of uniqueness that I've implemented. Bye.